Alright mate, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. So the situation hasn't changed at all. Sydney is still pretty much in virtual lockdown. And I am on the brink of going insane when I'm just staying at home the whole day. So I said to myself, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to be a music, react, review, whatever channel as of today. Every month I will try to make a video on my favourite tunes that were released, ranging from trap, dubstep, hardstyle, 600 BPM, terrorcore, you name it, it will be in there. Anyway, here we go, so please enjoy. Alright, first up, it will be blasphemous if I did not talk about JOYRYDE's new album, Brave. After countless delays due to medical and label reasons, as well as his mental health I believe, it is so good to seeing it get released. Credit where credit's due, because this album is definitely up there in Album of the Year hiatus. So I guess it was only fitting that I choose a track from here, and trust me, it was very hard, but I think I'm going to have to go with Fail Me. Actually, when I saw him in January, I'm pretty sure he opened with this, and it was just so good. The horns in the build-up are very well mixed down, and the vocal chops, the percussion, and the drums all in the drop, they just complement each other. The angelic voice in the background, the machine gun snippets as well. It's just so refreshing, energetic, and vibrant. Just makes me want to dance. Next up we have Sudden Death and SNAILS Deathmatch. The delicious snack lord and the master of the vomit step have come together and produced an absolute belter. Honestly, it's really pleasing to see Sudden Death release something from the million of IDs he has. Firstly, that pre-drop vocal,
"We both know you're no match for me,"
really sets a dark and ominous tone. And then the drop comes in and it really hits you hard. It's so gurgling and rippling, it's honestly terrifying. Also, the metallic machine gun synths are so guttural and energetic. They definitely paint the picture of something out of Mortal Kombat, like a fight to the death. So yeah, definitely a banger. Okay, the next one is the new track from Baauer, Planet Mad. OG Trap is back, baby! Baauer has been pretty quiet for a while, but I'm pretty sure he's working on a new album that is supposedly coming out in June this year. So it is very exciting to see him release some tunes. Planet Mad is a very fitting title, as it could probably describe today's current world events and what is actually going on in this track. Firstly, that guitar riff is so sick. Then the drums come in, they're so hard hitting, such clean production. Yeah, there's definitely a range of interesting sounds in here. It's almost resemblant of walking through a jungle, about to be attacked by some sort of creature. Just makes it really refreshing to listen to. Also, check out the music video for this track. It is complete mayhem. Next up is an artist who has been blowing up all of last year and has been working very hard, releasing 2 EPs this month. Firstly, Serial Live EP on Disciple Roundtable and Insomnia EP on Never Say Die Black Label. Yes, I am talking about Akeos, and out of all these tracks, I think I'm going to have to go with the Ferra collab, Flopmouth. Honestly, not the biggest fan of repetitive rhythm, but I think this track is definitely a breath of fresh air. The intro is really nice, it's so bouncy and vibrant with those vocal chops, very fat. And then the drop comes in. I love that squeaky synth, it's really sharp and piercing, and mixed in really well. It's almost onomatopoeic of a computer. Like some sort of binary code with ones and zeros, yet pretty fat in my opinion. Okay, next track we have is Reaper Barricade. To be honest, pretty solid D&B track. Sonically, the melody is really catchy. The kicks, snares so clean, really well mixed down. It just flows together very cohesively. It's classic D&B in the first drop, sick sound design, and cool synth progression in the second half of the first drop as well. Once again, refreshing and lively. Reaper will definitely pop off this year. Can guarantee that. D&B season 2020. Big brain. Next up we have probably one of my favorite hardstyle artists, Rebelion, Crushmode. Oh my god, I've been waiting for this track for a while. I love it because it teases you at first that it's going to be some filthy bass house track, which is so fresh and unique. And then it builds up and then boom, that hardstyle kick comes in. And that initial kick, oh my god, it is fucking beautiful. If you know me, you know I am an absolute whore for gated kicks. And this is probably the most gated out of all of them. It just automatically makes you want to clap along. It's so crunchy, so crispy and metallic, really punches hard. I think when I first heard this track live at Epic last year, I was in a state of total shock. Yeah, these Scottish lads have definitely outdone themselves. Alright, next track is Moody Good, Swervy. The legend that is Moody Good comes through with his classic glitchy dubstep that is indeed Swervy. The blotchy percussion, machine-like production, and the infectious sound design with the odd laser pops and zaps here and there. It's all complemented with that Swervy vocal sample. So good. Swervy. It's reminiscent of like a broken vinyl that's stuck on a loop, or an old computer running Windows Vista, struggling to boot up or something. Real Zoomers remember Windows Vista. Yeah, this is a fucking track. Alright, next track we have is Riot Shift, All Is Lost. FYI, besides being a whore for gated kicks, I am also a huge slut for laser kicks. Conveniently, Riot Shift are known for their laser kicks, most prevalent in tracks such as Laser Beams and their remix for Rebellion, Lockdown. And here they have turned it up a notch and made a laser kick up tempo track. And honestly, it is terrifyingly good. The dubstep and DMB growls mixing with that piano tune just before the build is just so cool. It gives it a dark and dystopian feel. And then the drop comes in and it just punches you right in the face. Distorted, aggressive, thumping is just everything you want in an up-tempo track. They even switched it up with a Frenchcore style kick in the last drop. Definitely a banger. Alright, next track is Phiso's remix for PhaseOne and Subtronics Demon Hunter. Phiso has put his own spin on this already disgusting tune, and it is quite fat indeed. The synths are so grimy, murky and textured. Such compelling sound design with switch ups in each drop. It just doesn't get repetitive nor makes it exhausting to listen to. Also, he even stuck in some new vocal samples and a nod to that Phiso meme. So yeah, overall very sick. Okay, we are speeding it up a little bit. We have Imperial and NSTINCT Knocked Out. Honestly, I have not heard of NSTINCT before, but I believe Imperial have had some releases on Scan Tracks and are being helped production-wise by Rebellion themselves. Nevertheless, I still really dig this track. The vocals are really nice, complemented with that melody and percussion in the drum loop. And then the drop comes in and it literally just bangs you. With up-tempo, there's a limit where every kick sounds the same, but I think these guys have definitely nailed it. The kick rolls are just so punchy and crispy, it just leaves you with a permanent bass face. The next track is TYNAN's remix for SLANDER and Set the Sky, Potions. Recently, TYNAN has been moving towards a more future-based direction with his music, most notably seen in You Hate Me More Than I Miss You, and I absolutely love it. Yeah, future bass has gotten stale over time a little bit, but I think TYNAN has definitely recreated this future bass sound and injected his own vibe into this track itself. The drum percussion, that 8-bit-esque future bass synths, plus JT Roach's vocals all mixed in together is just beautiful, to be honest. And that Speed House second drop is just so good. Okay, next up we have Subtronics Screamsaver. Oh my god, this tune is just bonkers, man. Just classic, insane Subtronic sound design. First drop is so glitchy and flickery. It just flows so effortlessly so effortless. Oh my god.
Effortlessly.
And it's synthesized so well together. Or complemented with that
You're already dead
vocal sample.
Already dead.
It's almost as if your computer is screaming profanities at you, or the screensaver's gone sentient and it's the beginning of the Terminator or something. Yeah, overall, extremely fat. Alright, next up we have Kayzo and Calcium, Spin It Back. Kayzo way back when was probably one of my favourite artists. Pretty sure the first videos on my channel was when he came to Australia in like 2016 and played at Laundry. And that was a very cooked set. But this collab is definitely a cool combination of artists, with Kayzo doing every genre under the sun, from dubstep to hardstyle to rock, mixed in with Calcium's gut-wrenching dubstep sound design. And not gonna lie, it is pretty sick. The builds melodically and percussively are very nice. The Calcium synths are so scary and frightening, they give off a gurgling and snarling feel. And the guitar riff melody leading into the second drop is just so good, man. Yeah, overall, sick track. Okay, next up is quite a big one. We have PhaseOne's remix for In Heart's Wake Worldwide Suicide. In Heart's Wake is an Australian metalcore band. You probably know them from their feature on the PhaseOne track, Welcome to Mayhem. And essentially they've collabed again to produce this absolutely monstrous metal step tune. It's just everything you want. Super aggressive, vigorous, in your face. Those machine gun cannons are fucking brutal. They honestly blast you into another dimension. And oh my god, that last drop, I was not ready for drum and bass. This just shows you how good of a producer PhaseOne is. Overall, the builds are super juicy, the production is so fat and is really mixed down well together. Overall, very unique and diverse tune. Alright, last tune for this month. We are finishing hard and fast. We have N-Vitral and Dither, Crush Them. These two hardcore legends have come together and made a banger. Just super penetrating, distorted kicks, extremely forceful and compact, they hit insanely hard. It's almost laser-like as well. It has that popping sound to it. Plus, the kick rolls are so fat. The melodic lead in the bridge and the melodic last drop, it just ties the track together so well. Yep, overall, very mad tune. Also, we have some honourable mentions. First is Aweminus Stogned. Or Stogned. I think that's how you pronounce it. Honestly, this man is on another level. I don't even know what to describe this track. Jersey, house, bubble, trap. Yeah, definitely check it out. What the fuck is this? Next is a new one from Japanese producer Masayoshi Iimori featuring Reflect Alcohol. Released on his new album Decade 4, which in itself is fucking gas. Now this guy usually makes disgusting, filthy trap tunes, but he has surprised everyone, including me, and made a fucking hardcore drum and bass hybrid. So if you're a fan of Lil Texas or The Satan, definitely check this out. Next honorable mention is from Darren Styles and TNT, DLMD, aka Don't Let Me Down. Just gritty, disgusting reverse bass with a very catchy melody and vocal. They even threw in a gated kick at the end, just so good. Bass. Next up is a new one from Chee, Neck Crack Flashback, released on his new EP, Quarter Inch. Super atmospheric and spacey, has that distorted freeform bass sound. So if you're a fan of Peekaboo, G Jones or EPROM, you will definitely love this. And last honorable mention is The Purge, No Limits. Just horrifically brutal kicks, so stompy, fleshy, full of meat. Just disgusting, to be honest. I mean, if Timmy Trumpet is playing your tracks live, then you are definitely doing something right. Anyway, that is it from me, my favourite tuners of last month, April 2020. Please let me know if you enjoyed this. Comment if you agree with me or if you think I missed out on anything. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Anyway, always appreciate if you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Really means a lot. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one. Gang!